What's going on, guys? I'm gonna be making a video telling you what to do to prepare for the new DLC that's gonna come out in 2026. Cult of Lamb WOOLHAVEN, I think it's called. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Alright, I'm gonna go over things that you should do. Alright guys, so spoiler warning, there is a lot of spoilers in this video. So yeah, if you don't want to get spoiled, then you should probably click off. Alright, anyways. This is my cult. The first thing you're gonna want to, yo, I'm trying to make a video, bro. What do you want? Excuse me, leader. Some creatures are here seeking. Heck no. All right. First thing I'm gonna get into is perfect followers. You don't want to feed your followers, right? Nobody wants to do that. Like that's too much work. So how can we get it to where none of them have to eat? Well, I will tell you that right now. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is, let's say you're starting off the game, right? Or you just haven't done this. Where is it? Oh. You want to make a body pit, okay? Body pit, place it anywhere, it doesn't matter. Just don't put a body in the body pit, okay? When it turns nighttime, hold on, I need to skip till night. I'll be back. Bro. Yo, what is happening? Alright, anyways, back to it's finally night, so now we can start it. So what you're gonna need to do is you need to grab, you see these spiders or whatever they are, I think they're spiders. You need to catch 5 of them. So since I already did it, it's not gonna show me, but just, you know, go around, you run, dude, they're hiding. They could steal your coins. Come over here. Alright, so once you've caught 5, you will get this weird skull. It's like a skull spider. I don't know, you'll understand when you see it. It's like there's a whole little zoom in cutscene or whatever. You want to put that skull into this hole, and then you'll get Weber, who is from the Don't Starve Together DLC. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this pit. That was just for an example. So what you're gonna want to do though is you're gonna want to re-indoctrinate Weber using this. But to do that, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be really hard. You have to get Colt, what is that, 4, and you're gonna need to go over here and to get the re-indoctrination stone. So that'll take you a while. So honestly, this is pretty late game, but to be honest, all these tips are late game because you're preparing for the DLC. So yeah. Oh my god, yo, what's happening? Yo, what's happening? Guys, chill out. Is that all? Oh my, yo! Stop, don't encourage him. You know what? You guys are getting put in timeout. Trying to make a freaking video. Alright guys, so now that you have Weber, you're one step closer to being able to make the perfect follower. Now there's 3 classes of followers. There's mission followers who go out on missions and they can never die. So missions are, it's this thing right here. They will never die if they have this class. Now honestly, this class is, I would say, only get like 3 or 4 of these followers in this class, because all you really need to do is put a necklace, but that does mean that they will not be immortal. And yes, your followers will be immortal if you do this perfect follower. So I guess the 2 classes that you should focus on is devotion and the sinful class. Basically, one of them grants devotion faster and the other grants sin faster. So to do this, you need the 3 base traits. The Don't Starve, which is on Weber, which you will breed to every single follower. I don't know how to say this. Polyamorous. I don't know, guys. Don't believe me. That. And then lustful. Lustful is so you can breed better. Honestly, that's a personal preference for the lustful one. Like, I feel like you should use it as a base for every single class. But if you don't want to, it's fine. Alright, so now onto eggs. So you see, these are golden eggs. So that means your follower will be able to have 4 traits instead of 2. So you're going to want to do this. It's like a 20% chance that they will hatch when you make the followers breed. But I did do some research, and I think it's a better chance if your followers have more positive traits. So what that means is like, I guess positive traits, I don't know if that's the right word, but you see how it says baddie has the lustful trait, and then it says like, look, let me add them. It says that they both have the lustful trait and they're lovers. So that means it's 100% chance to breed, and I think it might slightly raise the chance of getting a golden egg. All right, so now that you know this, I'm going to do a step-by-step on how to get these followers. So first thing I recommend doing is go to the rituals and go down to the Rite of Lust. This will make it easier to breed. Like, it'll give enhanced breeding. Like, I don't know what they do, but it's just good. Just trust me, it's good. It'll make it easier for you to breed. So I don't think it matters who you select, but just in case, select your Weber that you changed the form. Make sure you change its form, because if not, this won't work. Who do I think looks the best? Oh, he looks depressed. Oh shoot. We have the hatchery, the nursery, and the what else? The tent, I think. Yeah, right here, the mating tent. Make sure you have those unlocked and, you know, place them down. And then of course you should already have the reincarnation stone. All right, so this is one of the most important steps. You need to reincarnate Weber. So you go right here after you have built it. You click it. It costs 1 sin. And then you go to Weber, whoever Weber is. For me, my Weber, he died. I think he died, but it's okay because I already put his stats on other people. You just, I say probably give them a different name. Like, actually, I have an idea. Hurt. And I just bought the DLC. Look at these new forms. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that turtle. Okay. Anyways. Just change the form. So the most important thing, maybe change the name, definitely change the form. The form is how you can breed with Weber. Normally you can't breed with Weber because in the game, Don't Starve, technically he's a kid. But if you change the form, I guess he's not a kid anymore, so it's cool that they did that. Anyways. Once you do all that, go to your tent, put Weber, and put somebody that has at least like lustful and the polymorales thing. If they don't have this, like both of these, then you can just breed them and get a regular egg that has lustful and polymorales, and then and then combine it with Don't Starve, and you'll be good. Those are your 3 base ones. Then once you have those, so once you have the 3 bases, the polymorale, the Don't Starve, and the lustful, once you have those 3 into 1 follower, combine it with anybody that has unrepentant, or if you don't want sin, if you don't want a sin class right now, then you can have a devotion class. So let me find this. Fashionable. Generates devotion 20% faster when wearing a unique outfit. That is the class that generates devotion the fastest. Now, to have this class like actually perform good, you need to have a unique outfit. And so there's only 10 unique outfits in the game. So make sure you don't have more than 10 followers who have this trait, and just put the rest towards sin. All right, anyways. So now let's say you have all of that done and you're ready to mate. Boom. And is this a good combo? Yeah. Boom. Actually, no, it's not. They're descendants. Oops, oops, oops. Please give me gold egg. Please, please, please. So it's a 20% chance. Affected by lust. Come on. I know you guys want it. No! Alright, hold on. So if this happens, just put a random thing, put finish, open up the menu and go to main menu, and just keep on doing that. You could keep on relogging until it gives you a golden egg. Now this could take 2 tries. This could take 10 tries. Like I've had it where it's taken me 10 tries just to get an egg. And that you'll get very unlucky if that happens to you, so I'm sorry. Okay, so I got a second try, yes. So what you're gonna want to do, now that the baby can have 4 traits, put the don't starve, put the lustful, put the palamama, and then put either your devotion or your sin, based off of, you know, what you want, personal preference. Just make sure you don't have more than 10 devotion, and make sure you don't have, yeah, that's it. Just make sure you don't have more than 10 devotion. Okay, so I'm gonna make another sin. Look, they're out of here, they're happy, yay. And then you put the egg on the nest. Okay, so we'll have these ready for the videos. So now let's say your egg is ready to hatch. Oh, also make sure you take care of it every day. Make sure you pet it. Now you're gonna hatch this egg. Name him. See, he has all the traits, all your traits, except it. Now, I'm gonna put him in the nursery, and make sure you do not neglect him. Because if you neglect these babies, they will resent you for the rest of their life, and they will, they'll leave. They'll leave the thing, and you won't be able to get them back. So, or from my knowledge, you won't be able to get them back. So yeah, just make sure you take care of them. It's time for the next step. I've already spoiled a lot, but spoiler warning again. All right, so this guy. I'll tell you how to get him, but if you don't want to hear it, then you know, skip like 30 seconds. So basically, you beat the game. You kill the you kill the guy. You know, the final boss. You know what I'm talking about. And then he will come. So basically, if the only way you can get him is by beating the final boss. So yeah, blah 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 blah. Hopefully they're skipping blah 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 blah. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do now is give a tier to this man or entity or girl. I don't know. And you see that golden skull? Ugh. You're gonna want to get that golden skull. Now let's say you don't get the golden skull and you don't want to spend 50 years getting all these god tiers. Main menu, relog, and restart, do the whole thing over again, and you will get a gold tier eventually. But just for the sake of time, and I don't want to keep on relogging, I'm just gonna spend a bunch of golden tiers and regret it later, so you're gonna want a missionary necklace, I think that's called. I hope I'm saying that right, I really do. Get it? Yes, I got it. Okay, you're gonna want this necklace for the 3rd mission class. So, yeah, just make sure you get a couple of those. You could look. I just spent 10 gold god tiers and I did not get it. So you definitely want to do the main menu, relog thing, cause that's crazy. I mean, imagine trying 10 times and you didn't get one. So just relog, but make sure you save before you relog or else you'll lose all your progress and that would suck. So just save. So let's say you get 5 of them, right? That means 5 of your followers are now immortal. So now you have followers who don't starve and are immortal, and they either generate way more devotion or a bit more sin. Now you're really close to having a perfect follower. They don't starve and they don't die. You would think that makes them perfect, but no. This is why the mission followers are required. So what you're gonna want to do is, it's honestly really simple. The three base traits. Like, hold on, let me. So the 3 base traits, the don't starve, the lustful, and the fashionable, you could use those for the mission. But what else you can do is you can have any trait you want, like any single trait that you want. So if there's something that you've been wanting, you can use that as a trait for these mission classes. The reason you can use all 4 of the trait slots on the mission class is because the thing that makes this mission class a mission class is the necklace. All right, so like I said, from this dude, the guy that you give god tiers to, he will give you a necklace that's called this, the missionary necklace. It says followers' chances of a successful mission increased. Now, I don't know why it says increase, because for me, it's always 100%. Like, I could get an exhausted level 1 noob off of the street and give him that necklace, and he will always come back alive. It's always 100% for me. It even says 100%. So, let me see. I think I still have him. What I do is I use all the mission classes, I dress them up as poops. Oh, okay. They're not here. So it's really simple. What you're going to want to do is get any follower that you put all the good stats on and give them, you know, I'll just make an example. Actually, wait, no, I love this character. Hold on. Alright, so what you're going to do is give any of the followers that you put the good stats on, give them a missionary necklace. Boom. Now you got a missionary class follower. It's as simple as that. This is probably like one of the easiest classes. Because like, no! Are you kidding me? Wait, I can't get the... Oh my gosh, I can't get the necklace. Oh my goodness, no! Alright, anyways, that sucks a lot. Hopefully I can get that back. But anyways, now that you put the missionary necklace on any of your followers, you can send them on... Here it is. You could send them on any quest and it'll be 100% done. What I suggest is always sending them on bone quests, because bone quests are the best. You need bones for doing rituals and stuff, and you don't want to go out and get that. It just takes so long. But I mean, whatever you want. Just don't get followers anymore, since you will only be breeding followers from here on out. Any other followers will just take up time, they'll take up food, and they'll die, so you don't want that. The reason you want bones is because your missionary followers aren't invincible anymore. Like, eventually, they're gonna die. So you're gonna need bones to resurrect them. So you're just gonna keep on resurrecting them, and that's why you only need like 3 or 4. Because if you have more than that, then it kind of gets crazy to resurrect all of them. Plus, the mission thing can only hold 4 people. So yeah. Now, another reason why you need all of those bones. Hold on, can I get this necklace, please, 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 please? All right. Another reason why you need all those bones is to make a perfect follower. It's a little bit weird, but you're gonna need to marry every single one of your followers and make every single one of them disciples. I make them disciples because it just helps. Like, they can do more things, they can activate different shrines, and it just makes them like perfect. And then the marrying them gives them a 20% boost on top of everything else that you added on them. So you just, every couple days it refreshes, just marry a follower and make them a disciple. Alright, so now you have a perfect follower, which will help prepare you a lot for the future DLC. This DLC is going to like double the size of the game is what I've heard. It's going to be very huge. So you definitely want perfect followers. Second thing you want to do is probably going to be very useful for this DLC, since there's going to be new buildings, new structures, new everything. You're going to want as much resources as possible. Now, to do that, you don't want to have to go crusading over and over again, getting stone and grinding for stuff. And you don't even want to have valuable followers mining every single second on quarries and wood and stuff. See, stone mine. You don't want that, because this costs rock and this costs silk, and that's precious material. So how are you going to get this? Well, if you notice on my base, oh my gosh, look at this. You know, I'm gonna keep that there. Anyways, if you notice on my base, there is a dried up farm because I don't even really need food. Like from time to time, I do let my followers grow it, but it's not that important. And if you notice, nowhere in my base is there a quarry like the mine or the wood chopping. That's because this takes up like 50% of my base. So I have never seen anyone address this. I'm not sure. Maybe it's been done, but this was my own personal idea. So, you know, I'm pretty happy about that. But what you do is you see these things, offering statue. Um, you like, look, that's simple. That's rocks, logs, and coins. You mass produce it. Okay. I'm saying get a bunch. Like, I might have added a little bit too much, but I don't know. I think this is a perfect amount. Like maybe just a tiny bit less than what I have. This will give you infinite resources every day, maybe like twice a day. I get so like look at my coins, look at my food. Like it gives you meat, it gives you fish to feed your followers, it gives you rocks, gold bars, coins, wood, like anything, planks, grapes. It gives me so much like resources that I never have to go crusading for any of my resources. See, 506 grape nectar, that is all from these statues. So I really suggest like making these. What makes them even better is if you make a couple of these, you will get enough resources over time to make more. So you can just keep on making more because it gives you the resources that you need to make them. So this is very underrated and very overpowered. I don't know why I don't see a bunch of people doing this. Maybe they consider it cheating, but hey, I'm just trying to have fun. It's very fun to do this. If you don't find it fun, then you don't have to do it. But it does give you a bunch of resources and meat and fish and rocks and everything. Okay, crazy voice crack. You didn't hear that. And if you were planning on upgrading your temple too, try getting 50 gold bars normally. I mean, I bet you could, but still. It was way easier to just collect this, and I instantly had enough. I had like over 200 gold bars. And you know, you could even speed up time and just watch as your followers give you all the things that you'll ever need. And you see how the hunger bar is so low, but none of them are starving? That's because they all have what am I doing? That's because they all have the no starving trait, so they never starve. And I could just sit here and not have to do anything, and they're gonna take care of themselves. I honestly, if you think like you'll lose faith, so why the devotion class is so good, because not only does it give devotion, but it also gives a little bit of passive faith. Honestly, it's enough. It's enough faith for me to sustain, like not even having to like interact with them for their faith to be happy. So what you do is just make sure that you have all of the unique clothing crafted. Find all the clothing and put it on every single one of your characters. I'm not going to explain how to get every single one of these because there's a lot of great videos out there that already explain, but every time a follower sees, look, see, it just said right now, saw beautiful clothing, and then they gain faith, and you don't even have to pet them, and that'll be passively going on, and people will just keep on gaining faith. So that's why, like, throughout my video, I've been killing people, because I'm not really too worried about the faith dropping. And if it does drop, all you really need to do is inspire them, and then it's back up. It's that simple. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, no! This is what happens when you neglect the baby. So see, this is a prime example. I neglected him. He's mad. I can't do anything to get him back. Please don't leave me. I'm sorry. Gone. He's so mad. And he stole 553 coins. Wow. Okay. Good thing I have all of this to get my money back. Yo, these guys are always fighting. Okay. So now you have infinite resources. Your faith basically never goes down. At least for me, it never goes down. Your followers will never starve. and hopefully you have a janitor system so it doesn't get too gross. For me, the reason why my thing is kind of gross is because, you know, it's huge poop. But anyways, now what else should you do for the DLC preparation? I have a bunch of these. Hold on, I need to see the name. What is this called? Oh, Empowered Shrine of Disciples. So another reason why you should have the followers as your disciples is because they could pray here, and then eventually you claim it. And you see, I got half a blue heart for my next crusade. I got another half a blue heart. I got 10% more damage, and that stacks. So if I keep on getting 10% more damage, eventually I'm gonna have 200% damage, and you know that's crazy. So if you let this stack up and you go crusading, and you want to have a long mission, you can do that, and you'll have a bunch of health, a bunch of damage, and you won't have to worry about going back to your cult to take care of these little stupid guys, because they will be able to sustain themselves finally. So yeah, I hope you learned something, and I hope this helped you out. I know I really suck at explaining things, so if you need any help with anything, just, you know, comment and I will respond to it. I think that's basically everything. Um, I suggest, you know, 100% beating the game, get all the base trophies. Hold on, let me show you. I would say, you know, get all the base trophies. It's a lot of fun, and with this new DLC, you might be like overrun with all new things to do. So I would say complete the game, do all this stuff, all the trophies, and then be ready for the new DLC that's gonna drop, because it's gonna be so much content, new weapons, new everything. You're gonna have your perfect followers, enough resources for anything you want to build, and you'll be hyped, you'll be ready. So yeah, I really hope you learned something and you didn't get too annoyed by me rambling and being bad at explaining. So yeah, thank you for watching.